I'm at a house here that a wholesaler sent me doing a walkthrough. So I just wanted to show you guys some of the things that I look for when walking a flip. This is not the same stuff that everyone would look at, but this is just how I evaluate a flip. Initially, I thought the numbers looked pretty good, but now walking the property, I'm seeing that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I haven't even gotten to the inside of the house yet. So I'm gonna turn it around, talk to you guys, and show you what I see and why I think this is a risky house. So obviously there's a lot of exterior yard work that needs to be done. There's a septic mound over here in the front yard, which isn't that big of a deal. I don't think it actually is entirely noticeable just because it's kind of off to the side. But while I was doing my outside walkthrough, I kind of noticed that this street here has a fair bit of traffic noise, a fair bit of road noise. It's not awful. It's not a double yellow or anything like this one that's directly in front with a speed bump. But it's enough where you're going to hear some traffic and some road noise. So it's a big yard. I would be looking at putting a fence at the bare minimum on the side and trying to cover up at least the visual on your side yard of that big street. Now, just in yard work alone, look at all these bushes. You've got bushes everywhere. You've got overgrown trees. You've got bushes in the front. And this is probably $3,000–$4,000 in yard work if you get really cheap labor. Maybe more than that. Might be 5 or 6 depending on what company you're getting to do the quote for you. Just a huge job here in pulling out shrubs. This is a little watershed, they called it. It's really just an extra shed with storage, and it's also got water softeners, got wells and water pumps in here. So it's nice to have the extra storage, but again, I'm walking in here and I'm thinking, man, look at all this work. We've got wood rot. I think there might be termite damage. We've got black mold in there. This is just, the scope of work on this property is going to be insane because all these things have to be addressed. Then back here, you've got another shed, which is great. It's the biggest lot in the area, which is very attractive. But again, all these things have to be addressed. Look at all the stuff you have to clear off the property. You've got a trailer, you've got old fencing, you've got tons of cinder blocks, you've got all this furniture. So your dump fees, how many loads of how many dumpsters are you going to need? Garage doors broken, siding's jacked up, you're going to need to re-side this, and it's just a shed. You got broken window panes, you've got a ton of wood rot on the soffits there. You can't leave that stuff. So we're not even inside the house yet, and siding, junk removal, yard work, not even touching the main house. I'm thinking that you're probably looking at $15,000, maybe more. I don't even want to go in here. This is not a house that I'm going to buy, but we're going to keep going. We're going to go to the inside of the house, see what that looks like. All right, I'm just walking in for the first time, so y'all are going to get my first impression, and I'm just going to think out loud. So let's go ahead and do a walkthrough and see what the interior looks like here. Now, he had pretty good pictures, so I already knew the condition it was in. The good thing about the fact that we don't have any flooring in here is that we save a little bit on labor for demo, trash out, dump fees, things like that. But man, just a lot of work needs to go into this house. We've got all aluminum frame windows, which is not a big deal. It doesn't add value to the house. It's an insulation issue, but it's not going to come up on, it's not going to fail a 4-point. And I don't think it'd be worth replacing the window frames in this house. You'd be looking at $500 a window, depending on the size, and there's quite a few of them, so not worth it. But there's some cracked panes on just this one. We would need to do a new shower enclosure. We're missing vanities. Obviously floors throughout. I think because of the square footage, I was looking at almost $10–$12,000 on floors. I don't remember exactly. Pretty good sized bedroom here, which is off to the back of the house, which is kind of cool. Another bedroom, hot water heater in the bedroom. That's pretty strange. That would have to get moved. I see some old galvanized plumbing here. So that would have to get changed out. Just that little piece. I don't know what else there is. Living room here off the back. This is all wood paneling. This is actually really high-end wood paneling, which I've never seen before. Personally, if I were to flip this house, I would want to change it. I would do sheetrock. Some people might come in and paint this. I've seen a lot of flips where people pay more than I think anyone should be paying for the house. And it's because they do things like paint the wood paneling. Not saying it's wrong or right. The name of the game is whoever spends the least and makes the most. So everybody's going to have a different take on things. Jeez. I don't know what this room used to be. We've got plumbing for a sink here. Maybe this was a little extra kitchenette, mother-in-law suite. I don't really know. Got a lot going on here. Definitely don't think this is going to be up to code. So, wow. So typically you'll have a huge header above a window like this. You'll have king studs and everything on the side, which is going to take your load and distribute it off to the side. So this actually might be okay. I'm not a general contractor. I don't know. I don't think that you're supposed to necessarily take the load of the roof. But look at all this termite damage here. Wow. This house isn't for me, guys, unless it was a steal. This is a huge project. You're going to have a long turnaround time. Electrical's up to date, so that's good. I think all the majors were actually up to date on this one, but again, just in cosmetics, you've got so much work here. Pretty small kitchen for the size that the house is. I think we're just over 2,600 square feet. So again, I would be looking to add on to the kitchen. This looks like an old laundry box here, which is just strange to have that in the kitchen. So I would try to push the kitchen out somewhere, somehow. Again, you're just looking at so much extra cost to do things like that. Let's keep going here. So we have the old laundry box in the kitchen, but looks like they moved the laundry here, which is nice. Wallpaper on the wall. That all has to come down, which can leave you a lot of sheetrock repair work. Looks like mold on the cabinets. All new bathrooms. Somebody was having some fun exploring all this. I bet this is all termite damage. Yep. So you can see the tracks that they leave. Let's see if I can get this focused. You can almost see the tracks that they leave. You'll see the grooves in the wood, and that's how you'll know it's termites. You can see it a little bit better here. Because sometimes it can be hard to tell if it's termites or WDO, water damage. You'll also see the poop from them as well. I didn't see anything on the outside, but it's so covered in bushes, it was hard to tell if there was any active termites here or not. So you've got your air handler in your master bedroom, which is up to date. 2007. So that's pretty old, actually. That would probably have to get replaced. Man, that might be more termites. Kind of hard to tell. And you can see the window casings on the exterior of the house are just all chewed up. That's the bathroom we just came out of. So it's kind of like a Jack and Jill situation, except there's no bedroom on that side. So kind of weird because your only accessible bathroom is off the kitchen for guests, which is also your master bathroom. House is very boxy. More termite damage. No surprise there. This is now your entrance. And it looks like they tried to make this another bedroom, but I don't see a closet, so it would be non-conforming. Not a big deal. You can throw a closet in there. It's a big room. Wow, a lot of work that needs to be done on this house. All right, I'm done with this walkthrough. Look, it's a great location. This house has a ton of potential, but I would think that you could easily spend 120 grand here, maybe more. The guy sent it out at 325. I think the estimated RV, which again is another huge red flag on this, is probably around 490 to maybe 500. There's only one comp, and it was a pending. There's not even any sold comps. It was pending at 525. It's down the road. It's not fully updated, but who knows what they're under contract for. And again, there's no sold comps. So no comps to show me what I could sell this for, and at least $120,000 in work. We got gutters falling off. This thing's riddled with termites. This probably have to be tinted and treated. And originally I was thinking I might be able to pay around 300, maybe 305. After walking it, I'd probably be like 240, 250. Just kind of spitting numbers off the top of my head here, but I'd be extremely conservative on this house. So there you go. It's kind of a fun little walkthrough to see what a heavy rehab looks like. And that's it.